What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. Okay, guys, so we are going to continue our coverage over Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin series. Now, we do pick up with issues number 10 through 12. Now, when it comes to this three-part storyline, it's all about the idea of Batman versus Robin. Technically, that is the title of this storyline, Batman versus Robin. And honestly, that is a pretty cool name for this book. Here's the thing though, this storyline is not really about Batman versus Robin. Yes, they do fight, but that is not the main plot line of the storyline. Technically, this is Grant Morrison right now beginning the process of introducing Barbados. And remember, Barbados is very important in DC Comics, especially in Dark Knight Metal and Death Metal. Now, with that being said though, this is where Grant Morrison begins the process of introducing that character, but also beginning the process of bringing Bruce Wayne back to life. And you see what I mean as we go through this book, because honestly, it's a really good storyline, and it does tie into other books that we have been covering, like Red Robin as well. And so the opening pages of this book is actually pretty funny. And what I mean by that is we do pick up over at Wayne Enterprises. And the reason why, because right now we do pick up with a board meeting. Now, when it comes to this board meeting, it's actually being run by Damian Wayne. Now, this is actually pretty funny. And the reason why, because when it comes to Damian, he has been looking at the numbers and he realized that, hey, someone in the company is actually stealing money. And that right there is a huge problem. And right now you have Damian saying, listen guys, you are the board members. It's kind of crazy that none of y'all here were able to actually figure out that we're actually losing money, and not because of overspending, because someone is actually stealing money. And with that being said, we should technically look into this to figure out who right now in the company is actually stealing money. Now, at first, the other board members are kind of like, this kid is accusing us of losing money. Who is this kid? But at the same time, it's Damian saying, I have the numbers to actually prove that someone is stealing money. And so that is the moment where we actually do pick up with Dick Grayson. Now, when we do pick up with Dick Grayson, it's Dick Grayson right now being Batman. Now, you do have Batman right now hanging out with Mr. Sexton. Now remember, Mr. Sexton is actually a newer character in DC Comics. With that being said though, he is some kind of great detective from Great Britain. Now, he's currently helping out Batman with one particular case, and that would be the Domino Killer. Because remember, in the earlier books of this run, we have seen someone going around killing people, but technically once they do kill someone, they leave behind a domino piece. Now here's the thing though, Mr. Sexton has been following the Domino Killer around the world, but every single location he goes to, the Domino Killer had killed someone and left behind a domino piece. Now this is where things get a tad bit crazy, because apparently the way the folks are dying, they're dying kind of like a joking way, like their deaths are just some kind of big joke. Now, after that, you didn't have Sexton say, I realized that all the victims were technically part of the Black Gloves. Now remember, the Black Gloves is actually very important in Grant Morrison's run on Batman, the earlier parts of his run. But when it comes to the Black Glove, they were a group of people that were trying to bring down, of course, Batman Bruce Wayne. Now, they failed. But the reason why you have Mr. Sexton say that, because every single person that died by the Domino Killer seemed to be a member of the Black Glove. But on top of that, he feels like Bruce Wayne could be the next target. Now, the reason why you have Sexton saying that, because of two reasons. One, there was a lot of evidence out there that kind of said that Bruce Wayne was part of the Black Glove organization. Now, technically, that was proven wrong. He was proven to be innocent, but on top of that, he did date a member of the Black Glove, and that was Jezebel. And so right now it could mean that the Domino Killer still believes that Bruce Wayne is actually part of the Black Glove. Now, even though Batman Bruce Wayne is right now supposedly dead, in Gotham City, you have Hush right now pretending to be Bruce Wayne, thanks to his ability to change his appearances. But either way right now, you have Batman leave with the idea of wondering, could the Black Glove technically right now being targeted by the Domino Killer? And could the Domino Killer come after Bruce Wayne next? But then we jump over to Batman right now, meeting up with Robin and also Alfred at Wayne Manor. Now remember, these three characters actually moved out of Wayne Manor to a penthouse in the middle of the city. Now with that being said, the reason why they're here right now because of the previous storyline. And remember, in the previous storyline, Dick Grayson tried to bring back what he believed was Bruce Wayne by dumping a fake body of Bruce Wayne into the Lazarus Pit. Now, of course, a Bruce Wayne did come out of the Lazarus Pit, but it wasn't our Bruce Wayne. It was a fake made by Darkseid. And so after that right there, you had the Bat family realize there could be a possibility that Bruce Wayne is actually still alive. At the same time though, Red Robin has also been saying that he believes that Bruce Wayne is still alive, but matter of fact, trapped in the past. And so right now, when it comes to Batman and Robin and also Alfred, they're saying that if Bruce Wayne is right now in the past, he could be trying to leave us messages around Wayne Manor as a way to say, help me, I'm trapped in the past. But the problem is though, they have no idea what period of time he's actually trapped in. And so right now, they're trying to find different clues in Wayne Manor to hopefully say, hey, he's here in this point of time. Let's go there right now to save him. And so right now, they're trying to find a bunch of clues around Wayne Manor. Now, that is the moment where you have Damian realize that when it comes to the portraits of ancestors of Bruce Wayne, and technically Damian as well, they all look very familiar. They all look like Bruce Wayne. And so right now, our heroes are thinking, what if these different people in time are technically just different versions of Bruce Wayne through time? Like, yes, we believe there are ancestors in some kind of way, but in reality, it's just Bruce Wayne living in different points of time, but with different names as well. But then you have Damian realize that one photo is actually missing, and that photo would be Thomas Wayne, the black sheep of the family. And the reason why, because apparently he was a devil worshiper. Because apparently he was also worshiping something known as the Bat Demon. Now, this is Grant Morrison right here, beginning the process of introducing, of course, Barbados. Now, with that being said, you didn't have Batman, Dick. He technically says that, you know what? Look at the photos. Each photo, an item is being held by a different member of the Wayne family from the past. What if each of these items is technically a clue left behind by Bruce Wayne in the past to say, this is where you can find me? And so right now is Dick telling Alfred, I want you to do research on all these different items in these photos, while me and Robin continue on in our search through Wayne Manor for more clues that could have been left behind by Bruce Wayne. And so of course you do have the team break up. And so that is the moment where we actually do jump over to Sexton. Now when we do, is Sexton right now on the phone with someone known as El Piente. Now El Piente is actually a drug lord in Mexico right now. And apparently he's right now trying to take over Gotham City. But here's the thing though, Batman right now protects Gotham City. And so he's very upset with Sexton. And the reason why, because we just saw Batman and Sexton talking to each other earlier. And apparently when it came to El Piente, he was hoping that Sexton would have killed Batman off then and there. But of course, that did not happen at all. And so right now is Sexton saying, listen, I didn't want to kill Batman just yet because I need him for something else. But when it comes to El Piente, he's kind of like, no, I brought you into my fold to hopefully use you as a way to kill off Batman, and you failed me. And so with that being said, I hired a bunch of killers to now come after you to technically kill you off. Now, unfortunately for the killers, when they they do arrive in the hotel room that belongs to Sexton, he is long gone in the wind. He had escaped just like that. Now that is the moment where you do have Batman and Robin continue to search around Wayne Manor for more clues that Bruce Wayne could have technically left behind in some kind of way. Now as they're doing that, you did have Batman realize that something is wrong with Robin, not physically, but technically mentally. Now later on, it will also be physically, but for right now it's just mentally. And what I mean by that is, you have Damian realize that if Bruce Wayne's still alive, that means that Dick and him can no longer be Batman and Robin. And apparently that right there really does bother Dick a lot. Not Dick, sorry. It really bothers Damian a lot, because it seems like he's right now kind of liking the idea of being Batman and Robin with Dick Grayson. And it seems like right now he's building a bond with Dick, a bigger bond than he had with his father, Bruce Wayne. Either way, you have Dick wondering why in the world is Damian right now so worried about the idea of no longer being Batman and Robin. He should be happy about the idea that his father could still be alive. But then we get this flashback. Now, when it comes to this flashback, it was Damian Wayne actually paying a visit to his mother, Talia al Ghul. Now, this does tie into an earlier storyline we did, where Damian got shot a couple of times in his spine. And of course, he needed a new spine if he wanted to be able to walk. Now, of course, he got that new spine from his mother, Talia al Ghul. But when it comes to Talia, right now, she hates the idea of him being Robin. When it comes to Damian, she really wants him to rule the League of Assassins by her side. But of course, when it comes to Damian, he does not want to do that at all. And so of course, he also does not want to be her assassin, her weapon at all. He wants to live a life as a hero rather than a bad guy. And so of course, she did give him that new spine, but on top of that though, right before Robin got that spine, he did tell his mother, there is no way I'm going to be your weapon. But of course, for her, she's kind of like, no, you are going to be my weapon in some kind of way. But getting back over to the present day, where you do have Batman and Robin continue on looking around Wayne Manor, of course, you do have Dick actually find some kind of secret passageway to an underground tunnel. The thing is though, as he's falling through the hole that leads into that underground tunnel, you have Talia actually take over the body of Damian and try to use Damian as a way to take out Dick Grayson. Because when she looks at Dick Grayson, he's nowhere close to Bruce Wayne. He is technically a failure for the mantle of Batman. And so she wants to use her son as a way to get rid of Dick, but at the same time, use her son as a weapon like she always wanted to do. Now with that being said though, you do have Dick Grayson being able to actually escape before Damian was able to take out Dick with some kind of sword. Now with that being said, you did have Damian realize that someone right now is actually controlling his body. Now once you have Dick Grayson arrive into the underground tunnel, he does realize a couple things. First, something is wrong with Damian, but on top of that, he found this secret Batcave. And so he does call out for Alfred. He's all like, hey Alfred, did Bruce ever tell you about the idea of building some kind of secret Batcave? Because this area right here underground, it looks very well put together, which means that this could have been a secret Batcave. But on the walls in this room or this underground tunnel, you have something written on the wall, and it says Barbados. And again, this is Grant Morrison just slowly bringing the idea of Barbados into DC Comics. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to Alfred, he cannot hear Dick at all. And so, of course, he cannot hear Dick right now asking questions, but also asking for help. Now, when it comes to Damian, Damian ran out of the Batcave or Wayne Manor freaking out. And of course, he runs into Mr. Sexton. Now, when he does, of course, that is the moment where you have Sexton say, listen, I'm here to actually help you out. Now, the reason why he is saying that, because right now you have an army of people that came here to kill off Sexton, but now they're most likely gonna try to kill off Damian as well. And so right now you have Sexton saying, we need to work together because I believe these guys are here to kill me, but to also go after Bruce Wayne as well. But that is the moment where we actually do pick up with El Piente, the drug lord that lives in Mexico. Now that is the moment where we come to find out this guy had actually kidnapped a priest. Yes, you heard that right. This guy had kidnapped a priest. Now the reason why he did that because he wanted the priest to actually clear his slate. And what I mean by that is forgive him for his sins. Because when it comes to El Piente, this guy had committed a lot of sins. And so right now, he is asking the priest to go ahead and forgive me for my sins because the DEA is about to storm my mansion right now to technically arrest me. But I'm gonna have to kill those guys. But I want to make sure my past kills have been forgiven so that I kill these guys, you know, it's a brand new start for me. And so of course you do have the priest say, yes, you are forgiven. And of course you have El Piente begin the process of killing off the DEA agents who were technically after him. But getting back over to our heroes, we actually do see right now Dick Grayson finding something else in this underground tunnel underneath Wayne Manor. And he also sees on the wall that technically right now Thomas Wayne was written on the wall. Now remember, when it comes to Thomas Wayne, he was actually the black sheep of the family, being this devil worshiper. But the question is though, why was his name written on the wall right underneath Barbados, but on top of that near a bat symbol in this room? Now of course, that is the moment where you have Dick say, listen Alfred, I found some new passageway. I'm going to explore this new way and see what I can learn by going down this pathway. But at the same time, that is the moment where you have Alfred say, hey, Dick, I realize that there is something going on right now outside Wayne Manor. Matter of fact, near the graves of Wayne Manor. What's happening right now? And so we have to jump over to Robin and Sexton. Now, when we do, this is Robin trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Because right now you have a bunch of men coming after Sexton. And of course now coming after Robin as well. Now remember, these men actually work for El Piente because El Piente is very mad with the idea that Sexton did not kill off Batman. And so right now, these guys are here to technically clean up El Piente's mess, which is Sexton. But with Robin being there, of course, now he has to help out Sexton. But at the same time, is Robin wondering what in the world is going on here? Now, also, you have Robin wondering, hey, what's wrong with my body right now? And so we kind of find out that right now you actually have Talia al Ghul trying her best to control Damian Wayne. Not really trying her best, she is actually controlling him. Because right now we come to find out that when she gave Damian that new spine so that he'll no longer be paralyzed, she found a way to kind of put something inside his body that'll give her the ability to actually control him. And so right now, she is technically controlling his entire movement. But then she says, you know what? I should go ahead and let my partner take over this joyride. And so that is the moment she calls out Deathstroke. And right now you have Deathstroke saying, yes, I want to control Damian Wayne as a way to use him against Dick Grayson. Because right now it's Deathstroke right now wanting revenge against Dick Grayson. But then we have to jump over to Dick Grayson. Now, when we do, it is technically Dick Grayson right now doing two different things. First, it's Dick Grayson right now trying to give back over to Robin. But at the same time, it's also Dick Grayson right now still trying to find more clues to figure out what in the world is Bruce Wayne trying to tell him from the past. Now that is the moment where he does find a location that was actually in one of the photos in Wayne Manor. Now of course, when he does find a location, he also finds this statue. And when it comes to the statue, it's a man-bat monster. Now, this is actually very huge because this man-bat monster is actually Barbados. And of course, Alfred does recognize it. But here's the thing. He said, listen, when it comes to Barbados, it was actually somewhat summoned by the black sheep of the family, Thomas Wayne, back in 1765. But it also belonged to one particular tribe known as the Maigani tribe. And that tribe right there, it lives where Gotham is located right now. Either way, it's Batman realizing, I kind of figure out more about what Bruce Wayne is trying to tell us. But then we have to jump back over to Robin and also Mr. Sexton. Now, when we do, this is technically right now Robin coming to Mr. Sexton, trying to help him fight against the army of guys who work for El Piente. Now, while they're fighting, you did have Robin realize that something is off with Sexton. And matter of fact, he figured it out just like that. He says, "You're fake, because I know a British accent when I hear one, and your accent is pretty fake." Now, of course, this is Sexton realizing that right now he's technically been caught. Now, at the same time, though, he does try his best to actually throw off Robin by saying, listen, the reason why I'm here right now is because I believe that Bruce Wayne is going to be the next target of this domino killer person. Now, in reality, that is not true. The reason why Sexton came here is for an entire different reason, because technically he was on the run from these guys. He didn't come here to protect Bruce Wayne. He came here to get away from these guys who are right now attacking him, but also attacking Robin as well. Except in the middle of the battle, that is the moment where you actually do have Robin once again be taken over by Deathstroke, who's also working with Talia al Ghul. Because of that new spine inside the body of Damian, he's right now under their control. And so right now, you actually have Damian begin the process of attacking Sexton. But on top of that, when you have Dick being able to actually reach the surface, you have Damian begin the process of attacking Dick Grayson now. And the reason why he's actually attacking Dick is once again because he's controlled by Deathstroke, but it's Deathstroke saying, I am going to get my revenge against Dick Grayson because he technically left me crippled. And because of that right there, it's time for me to get my revenge. And so getting into the final chapter of this storyline, this is where we get the Batman versus Robin. The name of the storyline is right here, right now in front of us, where you technically right now have Robin trying to kill off Batman. Now, of course, it's Robin right now being controlled by Deathstroke. As a matter of fact, you have Deathstroke push his control on Damian even more to have Damian say, hey, it's Slade right here, right now, controlling Robin. That's right, Dick Grayson. That's right, Batman. It's me, Deathstroke, right now controlling Robin because I want you to know I'm the reason why this kid is trying to kill you. This is me right now trying to get my revenge for what you did to me. You had technically crippled me. And so right now I am getting my revenge. Now, this is Dick Grayson being able to hold his own against Robin, to hold his own against the army of men who is technically after Sexton, but at the same time, they're here for something else. And what I mean by that is, while you have Batman being able to technically send a huge amount of electricity through the spine of Robin as a way to go ahead and cut that connection between Robin and Deathstroke so that Deathstroke can no longer control Robin, that is the moment where you have the army of men who were after Sexton grab something else. And apparently they knew what they wanted from here. Something that is very important about Barbados. And the question is right now, what? But with the battle being over, our three heroes, Sexton, Batman, and Robin, they can now go their separate ways. But of course, it's Robin right now saying, you cannot trust him. Something is off about him. Now that is the moment where we do see Batman and Robin go back to their Batcave. Now remember, their Batcave is actually underneath Wayne Manor. Now with that being said though, when it comes to Batman and Robin and also Alfred, they're right now looking over their clues. Now when it comes to their clues, they're trying to figure out if Bruce Wayne is actually trapped in the past. Now that is the moment where you actually have Alfred say, listen very carefully. When it comes to Wayne Manor, it was technically built in a way to be shaped like a W. But here's the thing though, Dick, with the tunnels that you had found, if we add those blueprints and Wayne Manor blueprints and combine them together, they actually make a bat signal. And that right there tell our heroes, oh my God, Bruce Wayne is actually alive and trapped in the past. We have to actually find him. Now, with that being said though, you did have our hero say, you know what, before we go after the army of men that got away with that casket, that box that had technically referenced Barbatos, we have to go after your mother to get revenge against your mother, Damian, because what she did to you is really messed up. So let's go ahead and pay your mom a good old visit to her new secret headquarters that she had no idea that we already knew about. And so we do have Dick and Damian actually go find the secret base that belongs to Talia al Ghul. Now this is actually a very sad moment. And the reason why I'm saying that because you do have Damian actually talk to his mother. Now when he does talk to his mother, this is actually Damian right now kind of asking his mother why. Like, mom, literally why? Why can't you be happy for me? Because I'm happy now. But here's the thing, for Talia, she looks at her son as a weapon, not a person. And she was hoping to have her son on her side as a powerful weapon to use as she controls over the League of Assassins. But again though, it's Damian saying, I don't want that life. I like this life right here. I like the idea of being Robin. But when it comes to Talia, she's kind of like, that's dumb. That's stupid. Like, honestly, you have no idea what you're even doing, son. So no, this whole idea of being Robin is dumb and ridiculous, and hopefully sooner or later, you'll realize to join our side. Now that is the moment she does reveal that she is actually making a clone of Damian. A clone that she can actually control. A clone that'll be better than Damian in some kind of way, because this clone will be next to her on her side as a weapon to use. And so you have Damian realize he'll never have his mother's love, and so he does leave. Now this right here shows you why is Damian so close to Bruce. Even though he only spent a small time with Bruce, Bruce was more of a father than Talia was as a mother. But on top of that, Dick Grayson is being a good big brother. Now that is the moment where we kind of find out that right now El Piente is actually making his way back into Gotham City to technically take over the city. Now here's the thing though, he's right now saying that he does have some unfinished business in Gotham City, and of course it's telling us that right now he is technically coming after Batman and Robin sooner or later down the road. The big question is though, when? But that is the moment where we actually do jump back over to Alfred, Robin, and also Batman, where of course right now they're still exploring the cave that Batman found recently. And of course they do find a statue that technically says this is Barbatos, but of course we now know Barbatos does not look anything like that at all. Either way though, as they continue on in the Batcave, they do find something else, another clue that technically shows that Bruce Wayne was in this kind of Batcave many years ago, before Wayne Manor was actually built. But again, this is a clue to say that Bruce Wayne is alive and well. It's just that technically right now, he is trapped in the past. And of course, it's now up to our heroes to figure out what point in time that he is actually stuck in. But to close off on this video, we actually do see Dick Grayson being Batman one more time for the storyline to actually confront Mr. Saxton. And the reason why, because when it comes to Mr. Saxton, you have Batman realize who this guy truly is. Now, this is the moment where we have to go all the way back to the very beginning of this storyline, where you technically have Batman say, Mr. Saxton has been going around the world trying to hunt down the Domino Killer. The thing is though, the Domino Killer has been killing off people left and right, but when he does kill off people, it seems like a joke to him. And that right there is very important, a joke to him. And so of course we kind of find out that the Domino Killer is actually Mr. Saxton. But the thing is though, Mr. Saxton is actually the Joker. And this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please leave me a like down below and subscribe. But guys, I'll see y'all next time. Later.